Moin! Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's Mace coming to you from beautiful British Columbia, Canada. And today we're checking out the mysterious Erdstall tunnels. Let's hop right into this, see what they're all about. These tunnels, there's hundreds of them all across, I guess there's lots in Europe in general, but lots in Bavaria and specifically, like over 700 just in Bavaria alone, which is a lot. And they don't really, archaeologists are kind of undecided on what they were maybe for. I think they might have been for a spiritual purpose or a religious purpose, possibly hiding spots, but they don't really know a ton about them. It's hard to date them and like their purpose, etc., etc. Let's get into it. The mysterious Erdstall tunnels. Boop.
Across Europe, there are hundreds of underground tunnels. These tunnels lead nowhere, and no historic record of these tunnels have ever been found.
So they lead nowhere, and there's no historical records of them ever being found previously, I guess.
While they exist throughout Europe, they are mostly located in the German state of Bavaria and in Austria, from where they get the name Erdstall. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the mysterious Erdstall tunnels.
Erdstall. Earth hole? Earth hole? Maybe?
There are around 2,000 known Erdstall tunnels throughout Europe, in countries such as the UK and France. But the highest concentration of these tunnels is in Bavaria, where there are around 700 tunnels. And
so they're well constructed, like look at that.
In Austria, where there are an estimated 500 of these tunnels. Very little, if any, archaeological material has been found in these tunnels. And historical records does not contain any known accounts of these tunnels' construction. These two factors make determining the age of the tunnels very difficult, though it is believed that the tunnels were created during the Middle Ages. But even that is debated, as some argue that
maybe they're like cells, they're punishments, like Papa was mad at his son, he's like, alright, you're going in the Erdstall, buddy.
These tunnels date back to the Stone Age. Why these tunnels were constructed and what they were used for is still unknown. Tunnel systems like these exist all over the world, but there are a few features that distinguish the Erdstall tunnels from the other ones. A publication from the year 2000 divided...
I feel like you could adjust the reality a little bit about these Erdstall tunnels and make them more robust and longer and traveling farther and more connected, and then have a really good horror movie about them, right? Like some cannibals are living down there.
The varying types of Erdstall into 4 types. The first type, Type A, has a single long gallery with slip passages and short side slopes.
Okay.
Type B has multiple levels connected at multiple places by vertical slip passages.
Dang.
At the end of each tunnel, the tunnel is either widened with a longer seating bench or there's a seating niche. Type C has multiple horizontal slip passages with a round-trip tunnel at the end or in the middle that is high enough to walk through upright. And the final type, Type D, has multiple chambers that are connected through tunnels. In general, the Erdstall tunnels are a network that consists of very low and narrow tunnels. Another feature that makes the tunnels unique is something called the sloop. Extremely tight holes that would act as transition points connecting a higher
I don't want to crawl through that and get stuck.
Tunnel with the lower one.
No.
The tunnels aren't very big. In fact, they're very low with a height of around 1 to 1.4 meters and a maximum width of about 60 centimeters, which means that anyone venturing in them has to walk in a hunched position. And some of the tunnels are so small that anyone wanting to explore it literally have to crawl on all fours to move through them. Most of the Erdstall tunnels have only one narrow concealed point of entry and exit. These points are usually located in the remnants of old settlements.
Hidden in the middle of the wilderness. That's somewhat terrifying. I mean, the door is nice. It is fairly well hidden, right? If you had some more brush and stuff over covering the entrance.
Or hidden in the middle of the wilderness.
I don't know if, like, I think, it's a possibility they were hiding spots, like, in war times, or, like,
Which means that the airflow through the tunnels is nearly non-existent. Most of these systems are no longer than 50 meters, and they usually end in a much larger gallery that's been dubbed the final chamber or Slusskammer. Like the rest of the tunnels, the purpose of this chamber is unknown. As I said before, the purpose of the tunnels is still a mystery. Not much evidence has been found in the tunnels, as most of them are almost completely empty, and they show no sign of mining either. They are not tombs or graves, as no human remains have ever been found. One theory say that the tunnels could have been used for
storage, yeah, like vegetables or what?
Storage.
They kind of make me think of Lord of the Rings too.
But this
Hobbit
theory
holes.
has been pretty much dismissed, as it seems impractical to use it for storage given
it's
the
too
narrow passages
difficult to get up and down.
and the fact that many of the tunnels lie below the waterline and are known to be filled with water from time to time, especially during the winter, which defeats the purpose of using them for storage. Another theory is that the tunnels could have been
that's what I was
used
thinking.
as hideouts. That the tunnels were used by farmers who would take temporary shelter in the tunnels along with their valuables in order to hide from marauders or bandits. This
But
theory
still,
is also
it's too
problematic. The narrowness of the passages and the fact that airflow through the tunnels is nearly non-existent makes the tunnels more likely to be turned into a tomb rather than a hideout. The fact that there's only a single entry and exit point would also make it very easy for anyone to cut off the air supply to the entire system, which meant that if anyone was hiding in the tunnels, they would suffocate,
So,
making the job
you
easy
guys-
for any.
Let me know in the comments what your theory is on the Erdstall tunnels, because these things are interesting. Very interesting archaeologically, obviously speaking. Archaeologists must have had a field day finding these, and I wonder what their theories are on them.
Marauders attacking. Some people believe that the tunnels are part of a vast interconnected network of subterranean passageways, meaning that the tunnels at some point might have functioned as a kind of underground highway that allowed people to travel safely from one place to another. The problem with this theory is that the Erdstall tunnels are not connected with each other. The Erdstall tunnels that are found in other places, such as Turkey, are very different from the Erdstall tunnels that have been found in other parts of Europe, like in Austria. Then finally, there is the suggestion that the tunnels could have been used for spiritual purposes, with some suggesting that they might have been created as way stations for the souls of the deceased. And another theory following this same idea suggests that the tunnels
Hideouts for demons and dark spirits. Great.
could have been
Anybody seen the movie Smile? The horror movie Smile? We just watched Smile 2 the other night. Pretty good. Pretty good.
hideouts for demons or dark spirits. Local legends, especially in Bavaria, also associate the tunnels with legendary creatures
Yeah,
like
elves or gnomes make sense
gnomes.
because they're short.
And in some places, the tunnels have even been given names that reflect their association with local folklore, with tunnels that are called Goblin Hole or Mandrake Cave.
It's music and stuff. It makes me feel like I'm playing One of those old RPG games, like what is it?
The list of possible uses for the tunnels keeps
Who sent
growing.
me this? Let's see. No name. From Germany. Hessen Vogelsberg.
But the Erdstall tunnels are still a great mystery, and we are no closer to figuring out what exactly they were used for. Many researchers are committed to finding the truth behind these tunnels, and hopefully, maybe one day we will learn what these tunnels were actually used for and why they exist all over Europe.
Very cool. Very interesting. It's interesting there's so many archaeological things that humans and humanity and scientists still don't even fully understand, or at least they might posit their theories, but their theses aren't necessarily correct. And there's so many civilizations that have come and gone, and rose and fall, rose and fell, and sometimes the evidence of those are even wiped away. Like, it's interesting to think, more of a science fiction thought, but like a place like Atlantis or something that was swept under the sea, or there's some sort of calamity that we don't even understand, maybe it happened, or some of these civilizations that are now completely underwater, or some of these architectural finds, and it's all super cool from an anthropological sense. So let me know what you guys think about the Erdstall tunnels. I'd be interested to find out, and we will see you on the next video. I'm Mace. Until next time, choose.